you're talking about is way beyond the law of attraction. I think that after experiencing you, I think it's very different from, what can I say, just the law of attraction. So can you tell me how the way you perceive the divine feminine is different from what is popularly known as the law of attraction now?
I think the way I teach it, there's way, way, way more letting go. There's way, way, way more trusting that your larger, more expanded self knows what you want rather than you having to pinpoint it. And I think that in its original and purest form, law of attraction is more that way. But I think a lot of the popular permutations and people who have jumped on the law of attraction bandwagon and are teaching it, I think there is often more focus on the masculine part of it. The intending, the working, the visioning, the focusing, the massive action. And I don't think that is really true to the original essence of law of attraction. I really don't. And I think it often inadvertently puts more resistance in the way than people are realizing. I think there's sometimes, I don't have anything against materialism, but I think there is an extreme materialism that often gets too focused on the form of what we're going for, that gets too attached, let's say, to a specific form, and then when life brings them something else, they completely don't even see it or miss it, or feel like there's been a failure to manifest this particular form that was desired when life is offering up something else. But it's easy to miss that if one is so focused on the door that did not open and banging on and beating on that door that did not open when over here 5 other doors just opened. Yeah, and that's what I mean by getting too materialistic. I don't mean you have too much money. I mean you're getting too focused on form, the material form. When sometimes our heart's desires get filled independent of that particular form. And to give that a real tangible, I like to give tangible examples. Here's an example of getting attached to form. One that most people can relate to. You've either done it or you've seen a friend decide, I've got to have that man or woman. And they'll go, I'm going to use law of attraction to attract them to me. Yet, that may not be what your larger expanded self has in mind that would be most perfect for that person or for you. And so with the way I teach it, with the letting go, you let go of the form. You let go of that specific person. You let your larger expanded self lead you. That door may be closed. So you let your larger expanded self lead you to other doors that are open. You don't get attached to that person, that house, that job, that life path, that particular thing that must happen to make you happy. You allow life. Your expanded self knows your heart's desires better than you do, and how to fulfill them, and how to make you happy. Divine openings, if I had to say one key that is the magic of it, it helps you let go and let the divine do the heavy lifting. And when it shows up that way, it's magical, it's blissful, it's ecstatic. Many times people find they get the bliss, they get the happiness without a bunch of those things that they had thought must be there. And when you get the bliss and the happiness first, then things open up in the outer world for you. It's like get happy first, get happy first, rather than going for the thing, going for the person, going for the house, going for the stuff you think you have to get happy. You get happy first. And then here's the biggest piece that makes it beyond law of attraction. And that is the grace piece. Because divine openings, in the most magical and mysterious of ways, I don't know the mechanism of it, but I know that it opens up the sky and allows that rain of grace in. You could look at it like grace has always been raining down, raining on you, flooding on you. But if your pipes are this big, not much of it is going to get in. But with divine openings, it expands the pipes, and all of a sudden that grace that's been raining on you, you're feeling it. It's getting in. It's literally flooding you. If your pipes are this big, an ocean could drop on your head and you might get a teacup. But when your pipes are this big, and grace can do that, the magic of grace can do that. When your pipes are this big and an ocean falls on your head, you're bathed. You are nourished. You're filled. So grace is a big piece. That law of attraction, much of the popular law of attraction is sort of a do-it-yourself program. It very much, I think, often makes it seem like you got to do it all. Well, divine openings is grace will do 90% of it for you. And then your 10% is to get out of the way, let go, so that you're not putting resistance in the process and actually getting in the way of your heart's desires happening. And you're able to begin to just let things happen. Let the bliss in. Let yourself be happy. And then law of attraction does kick in. And once you're happy, you get more happiness. Just like when you were depressed, you got more depression. When you were disappointed, you got more disappointment. Law of attraction does kick in. The grace gives you that big boost. And then when you're in these high altitudes, at these high vibrations, it snowballs and law of attraction takes over and you just keep going higher. Now, I'm not going to say you'll never have another speed bump. That is not true in this world of contrast. But you get to this place where you're okay with the speed bumps. You even end up appreciating them for the messages they bring. So it's just all such good news. So I look at it like law of attraction's part of the teaching, but that grace piece, I mean, doing it ourselves got really exhausting. It's a lot of work. So that grace piece just launches you, and then you go, okay, I can fly now. I can flap my wings a little bit, but mostly I'm soaring on a thermal breeze. I like to watch the hawks out here at the ranch. They soar, they catch the breezes, and I look at the breezes like grace. And the breezes carry them and do most of the work as they're cruising around looking for something to eat up there. And every now and then they'll flap a couple of times and catch another one. And that's a lot like divine openings. You're not constantly flapping. You're soaring, and you flap every now and then, or you change direction. It's just easy. It's easier.